Timed out.
Oh.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I am so sorry.
Good old technical issues.
Yeah. Hang on. Still organizing. We had my MacBook decided to,
Got all sorts of stuff going on.
Decided not to give me access to the camera. Oh, Facebook, you can just go away. Well, I'm not changing anything, so right. Think I'm organized. Let me have a look at the frigging chat because I'm not even looking at the chat yet because good old technology.
Hello, all our ladies of our good gang. We have Patrick in here from the Haunted Side.
Patrick, hello.
Hello.
My friend.
Good to see you. It's been a little while.
It's been a little while. Hello, Victoria, Tanya, Leanna's here.
Nikki, a lovely Nikki.
Hello, Nikki.
Electric.
Nikki and I have been chatting quite a bit lately. And Mr. Bernie.
Mr. Bunny, Dantex.
Yep.
Did we say Victoria?
I think Victoria. Oh my gosh, have I missed anyone? I said, Electric's here.
I said Electric. I got you, Kim.
Sorry.
I got your back.
I'm just like, there's so much going on. I'm Sharon.
Oh, Sharon.
Sharon, hello. Oh, thank you so much for joining, everyone. All right, so I just have a few things to tell you about before we bring on our surprise guest. And holy shit, you guys are going to be mind-blown. Like, so, yeah.
Someone we haven't had before, so on either of our channels.
He is in the paranormal, so yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to know who it is. No, it is not a prank, Mr. Bunny.
No pranking.
No pranking today.
I pranked once or twice, twice, maybe.
Yeah.
No more pranking. No more clickbaiting.
I did it with you after you arrived.
When I got here. Yeah.
And then I did it with Sean for the blooper edition.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, man, maybe I should do this, another time when Sean's on with me. So, yeah. Blow our minds. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. You're going to be like, what?
It will blow your minds. All right, let me just.
We've got notifications and things going on everywhere. It's one of those mornings. What day is it? It's Saturday, but I feel like it's more like a Monday.
My phone has been blowing up this morning.
Yeah, we're organizing, trying to get organized. Always trying to get organized.
Oh gosh, I'm backwards. I'm always backwards.
My whole life is backwards.
Yes,
constant state of confusion and always backwards.
It is. While I'm just quickly doing this, do you want to maybe just mention how we have some, young teenage girls who started following us recently, like in the past week or two?
And yes, we have. And I'm going to be talking about that in regards to...
As in... when we're in the chat.
Oh, okay, yes. So yes. So in the past I have mentioned on a live of mine that I had some rather young we'll say kids. I found out I had someone as young as 11 started subscribing to some fellow YouTubers as well as my channel. So just to be mindful when we are in the chat that we keep it a little bit more PG. We've had some recent teenage subscribers.
Only if they're in the chat.
We'll let you know if they are in the chat because we are aware of who they are. So if they come in, we'll just let you guys know to keep it, a little bit more PG, a little bit more. Just be mindful of what we're saying. Yeah. So obviously that's why. It was Clackline. I you know, I left the shits in, but I bleeped out the F-bombs just because I am very mindful that I do have a younger viewer. Lost the word. See,
audience.
A younger audience that are watching. So you know, I didn't just leave them in there.
Yeah.
And you guys seem to like the bleeps. I kind of made it more entertaining anyway. So yeah, exactly, Electric. I've got your 8-year-old. There you go, even younger than the 11-year-old.
Oh,
so
okay.
you know,
Is she subscribed to me as well, Electric? Just because I'm trying to do the same thing, and I've had like a few like quite young girls, you know, they look around 12, 13 years old. So
yeah, so we just we're trying to just, you know, let everyone know that they could be around, and when they are around, we just need to be mindful that, you know,
yes,
what we're saying and how we're conducting ourselves, you know. So because, you know, we ultimately are part of the paranormal community, and we need to be mindful that, you know, even as viewers, we're role models for this younger generation, because eventually they'll be in our place, you know, as you know, ghost hunters, adventurers, you know,
Mr. Bunny,
paying supporters, whatever have you.
Is it meant to be women get organised? Is it a winky face? Yes, it is. It's a winky smirky face.
You've got virgin ears, Patrick. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I've never heard or done or seen anything. I'm completely innocent.
That's it.
I think we all are.
Oh,
goodness. So obviously, like I just said, you know, if they are around, we'll let you guys know, of course. But yeah, if they're not, you know, just be yourselves always. You know,
yes,
just keeping it. You know, we like to keep it real around here, as you guys know, and that's why you guys, you know, always resonate with us, I guess. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back on.
Yeah, just a quick heads up. Very, very quickly, there is somebody who has created an account that is not linked to anything, no YouTube channel, no socials, nothing. And the username is Paranormal with us 4 and then life. So he popped in on Jane's live last week and started carrying on and
making accusations, false accusations, of course.
Although quite amusing, to be honest.
It is what it is, whatever. I don't want to go on about them. They don't deserve our time nor our energy. So
apparently we're fake, and there's a video coming in. I really can't wait to see it because, got nothing to hide, so bring it on.
Yes, and as you guys know, we don't fake anything. Couldn't if I tried.
Yeah, we're just not good actors. I'm sorry. Hey, Sharon, back in. Hey, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Yeah, so if he does pop in the chat and starts carrying on, because he's come over from another channel in our community, and give him a real good freaking blasting, guys, before one of the mods takes him out. All right, so I've got some disappointing news, and I hope that you guys aren't going to be too badly, you know, too sad about it all.
I think they'll understand.
Lol haters gonna hate as you get bigger. So do your haters. It's just no game. Oh, for sure.
Oh, totally, Patrick. I totally agree. And you know, I always expected it. You know, so you need to just let it roll off your shoulders and not let it get to you.
Any intentions? Good attention.
But yeah, it's just good to keep on top of it.
Hello, Jared. Hello.
Oh, hey, Jared. How are you? Good to see you.
Oh, that's awesome. So glad you popped in. So as you know, Sean has been on an extended break, and we were talking this week, and I said to her, you're not coming back, are you?
Don't cry. Don't cry. No crying, because then I'll start crying. Oh, no. She'll be back. We have good news to share after this, so. Which I don't want to share unless she's sitting next to me, so. Anyway, are you right? Do you need a minute? Okay, just taking a deep breath.
Nursing mode. Go into nursing mode.
You can do it.
Go into nursing mode.
You've got this. So anyway, I can talk about something while she's gone. So even though I'm only about halfway through my raw footage series, I've had a few people come to me saying they're missing it because of obviously the time difference. A few people in the UK and a few people that obviously work odd hours based in the US. So I'm thinking about doing just rewatches on the premieres. So whoever's missing it can capture it. So I've just got to sit down and work out obviously those time differences and when's going to be the best time to do those reruns. So it's probably going to end up being like a Friday night for people based roughly in the UK. So yeah, I don't care if there's like maybe 2 or 3 people watching it. It'll be good for the people that are missing it, so they can actually have a chance to sit down and have a chat with me and whoever else wants to hang out. So yeah, that will probably start from next week. So probably drop from the beginning, like the first episode or whatever you want to call it, and then I'll probably run a couple of random episodes from season 1 after that. So it'll give us a chance to sit down for at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and that'll happen every week. From here on in. And then once I finish my raw footage series as well, I'll do a marathon on that like I did with season 1. So yeah, look out for that happening next Friday night if you're based in the UK. Are you okay now?
Yes, I'm okay.
Very good.
I'm going into nurse mode. I'm going into nurse mode. I had to go into nurse mode
Sean.
for my mom and dad too. Okay, so yes, Sean will not be coming back, guys. Her journey is going down another path, and although she loves doing the paranormal, she's just kind of veering on her own path. I'm not going to get into it. There is absolutely no drama or tea behind anything. She's my sister. She'll always be my sister. We'll be in freaking rocking chairs on a veranda out in the country somewhere when we're 90. Probably with Jane as well.
I'll probably be like yelling from the property next door.
Yeah, we'll be having races with our walkers.
I'm coming over in a minute.
Yeah. We'll be racing with our little walking devices and
Zimmerman frames.
Yeah.
It can get to the pub first.
Exactly. So yeah, it is disappointing, but I knew it was going to happen. So I kind of started feeling it last year, and I've told this to Sian, and she says, yeah, no, I know that you've known, but yeah, she just wasn't 100% herself. So yeah, wish her all the best, guys. There is still 2 locations. So there'll be Green Hills, which I'm still yet to start because I'm editing other stuff that's coming out before that. And then I will have The Undertakers. So both of those investigations, Sian and I filmed together towards the end of last year. So you will see her coming up. But other than that, it will be me by myself, just like Janie. Thankfully, Janie is going to be here a bit longer than anticipated.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be by myself for a little while yet. But yeah, it's still hard. It is very, very difficult trying to investigate on your own, especially when, we're outside and, you've got 2 hands, we've got backpacks on, we've got, another, other bag on, we've got tripods in our arms. And
I'm used to it, but yeah, Peter's just learning like what it's been like for me for so long.
So yeah, the only thing like I'm trying to figure out is how I'm going to investigate once Jane goes home. Especially, I mean, indoor locations, yes, but then, you know, that requires obviously money, which I will put. And if the mods want to put my PayPal link in the chat, that would be awesome. I'm saving all of your donations, and thank you to the people that donated last week. That was great.
Yes,
so it really, really helps us out.
Thank you to everyone that's donated to my PayPal as well. I've been banking that, and also put it into some recent purchases of some new equipment, which has been absolutely fantastic. It's been so helpful. So grateful.
I want to go to Queensland, Liana. My dad's from Queensland, so we used to go over there all the time. But yeah, and I want to go to Melbourne, where Nikki is as well. So yeah, it's just going to be me. I'm still deciding whether to keep the current name or take the sisters out. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, any feedback or suggestions that you guys have for me, pop them in the comment section, after the live finishes. And yeah, that's pretty much like the big news. I'm now a solo investigator like my Janie.
Yes.
Why do we have to live in different states?
I know. Well,
like, seriously. It's not fair. Yeah, so I will do my best to bring you guys, good content. But I will be filming in a similar style to what Jane does. So let me know if you'd like those, kind of raw, more, unedited type videos. It definitely is a lot easier, like for both of us, to edit them, because we're not like spending hours and hours, days, going over footage and all of that kind of stuff. Where you can't be Peter Paranormal, because then you'd be PP. I say keep the name, why not? Sister doesn't always mean blood. I'll be your far away sis. You guys, thank you. I love you guys.
Oh my gosh.
We're not supposed to be getting emotional.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just like...
No emotions. No more emotions. Okay, tonight I need to train
like
you
family.
in nurse mode.
Oh, I have Stone Cold Jane mode. Don't worry.
She does. She's a psycho.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my god.
She's not.
I can't believe you just said that. That's terrible.
No, we want to hunt psychos. So yeah. So again, leave your feedback on that style of filming and how I'm making the episodes kind of just more. I don't know. It's more. I find that it's more of a relaxed style of watching, like an investigation. It's not, what we've been doing in the past, and I will still do investigations like that when I am in door locations. But yeah, I think it's quite fun to watch because you get to see Jane and I giving each other shit and when shit goes wrong and we lose our crap and
just being us, like
when we're
the
just
real
being goofy,
us,
whatever.
Yeah,
it
like
may
the
be.
real us, not the
Absolutely, sis. That's it. Other than that, I don't think that there is any other news. Okay, so yep, we can chat about our new project.
A new project. Yeah, we can't say much because it's
we can't.
A little bit CIA top secret.
Yeah. Oh, hit the like button, guys. Let's get those likes up.
Yeah, let's get the likes up.
Like it up.
Smash that like button.
Yep.
So we've had a little bit of a
Ponder.
Well, a ponder. But yeah, no, we've been talking about something for a little while.
Oh, hang on a sec. Let me read what Jared's put here. I just want to say that both of you are absolutely amazing, investigators as well as super cool, and welcome everyone into the family. The world needs more like you, Peter and Jane.
Oh, thank you, Jared.
Jared, seriously, you have the biggest heart, dude.
You are such a kind man, and I thank you for acknowledging that. That's really, really kind.
Yeah, go follow Jared, guys. Like, and on IG, he is like super supportive of everybody. He's very like just inclusive. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing. Like, he is just like constantly building people up. And they're the kind of people that we need more of in this community. So
yeah,
go Jared. And
for sure.
Thank
you.
Yeah, so
so yeah, we've had this idea for a little while, and we've been talking about it, and we've sort of started the wheels in motion. It's bringing, obviously, it's the paranormal, but in a little bit of a different direction. That's all we can say. But it's also bringing in another really big passion of both of ours, and
absolutely
meeting the two together.
We're trying to tell you, but not tell you at the same time, because we can't really say much. Okay, how about Jane and I are in the process of creating a channel together.
So it'll be a whole separate channel, but it'll be our channel together. So rather than having her channel, my channel, it'll be our channel together. Yeah. So it will be paranormal, but with a twist.
I don't know. Okay, all right. I want to hear what you guys are thinking right now, just like listening to what we're saying.
What?
Let me know if anyone, throw out ideas. What do you think? What do you think we could be up to?
Yeah, so it's a little bit in the making, and we're at the very beginning of its inception, but I'm obviously going home in 8 weeks, and I'll be home for probably a couple of months, and then I'm coming back, and we'll be doing more work on that, and there's lots of research involved, and so I'll be coming back and forth obviously a lot.
Yeah,
but it's going to be totally worth it, and obviously we're not giving away either of our channels. We'll still be doing the paranormal stuff just exclusively, but
Ethereal Shadows Paranormal.
No, Mr. Rascal.
Hey, Frank.
So it'll be bringing, obviously, like I said, we have another passion that we're both, very
much into,
and we're meeting the two together. So
I don't know.
Those that know me well should know what that is. I almost gave it away there. Pat would know probably what it is, but yeah.
I think he would guess it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to feel for my necklace. There it is. A chat show with paranormal people and paranormal events.
No. Because no. There's plenty of people out there that have that stuff on lock.
Oh, don't worry. We will be talking to a lot of people.
Chatting. Lots of chatting, chit-chatting, but not.
Lots of chatting, lots of traveling, lots of exploring, investigating, research, Wiccan stuff.
No.
Psychic stuff.
No. When I decided not to do my tarot channel, I left all that spiritual side of stuff. Well, you can leave it behind. It's still very much part of my life, but I decided not to bring that side of life into YouTube too much.
I will say though, since I fully had
Liana might know. Yes, Liana, you're usually pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Your ability's a good girl.
Yes, they are. But yeah, since I've, accepted my abilities and starting to become more and more confident with them, thank you to Janie over here, that is helping tremendously. So between the both of us, because we both have the same, but we also have different things that each of us can do. So yeah.
A lore explore. Oh, that would actually be a really cool channel, Jared. If I lived in England and had close access to Europe, that would be the coolest channel idea.
Yep.
I must say, but no. Oh, you girls are going to start a sewing channel, are you? Jokes. And Sharon, I could totally start a sewing channel and it'd be swearing and sewing with Jane. And everyone could sit there and watch me swearing at my sewing machine while I sew. Because that's how it goes down when I hit my sewing machine. It's like 24/7, non-stop cursing.
I mean, it could be cooking, but neither of us like to cook.
Oh, okay. I don't mind cooking.
I do like
I just
cook.
don't
It's
have
just
time.
the time.
We don't have time
it's a
anymore.
time consumer.
Pet psychics. Well,
it could be a makeup channel.
That's crazy. So like,
we
because
could
I actually
be the next Jeffree Star.
I am an animal empath, and I probably could be a really good pet psychic. But yeah, no, I wouldn't do it on YouTube.
See, with my nursing skills and our abilities to communicate, and we can do a talk show with cats and dogs.
5-minute ghost hunt hacks. Yeah, I could probably do that, Sharon. Like with all the shortcuts and like the stuff I've had to learn to sort of do stuff on my own. How to do videos. Well, I'm
loving all these guesses, guys. This is good.
I'm going to, if I can get some free time when I get home, I could be doing some how-to videos on like, my spirit bomb, even though there's a few already out there, but how I put that together, maybe, I don't know, like maybe down the track as I get bigger, I could drop a few of them, maybe just TikTok. I don't know. That's, something that I might look into doing. But it's always, I never have time. The time I do, we get out and investigate and I get some rest and then it's editing and then social media.
Cooking at the moment, chicken stir fry from scratch.
Oh, yum, Mr.
Asian
Bunny.
Store 2 blocks away. Yum. Yeah, Jane cooked last night.
Yes, I made a creamy basil pesto pumpkin agnolotti. It was delicious.
DM me now, Liana. Send me a message now, okay?
Yeah, DM us. I'm curious.
So am I.
But yes,
I'm just
Liana,
the guests.
Give me a thumbs up if I'm allowed to say anything about for when I come home. For what I talked about with you for when I come home. Just give me a thumbs up. So I can talk about that as well. Because, yeah. So, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just messaging the surprise guest.
So we'll get him on very, very soon. Or is it him? It is a him.
It is a him.
I'll give that much away. I just let cut out of the bag of that, didn't I?
You guys are seriously going to have your brains blown because no one has been able to get this person. Sure. I love to cook. I was just saying to Jane last night, if I had the opportunity to take a week off, like without doing anything work investigating, I would cook, and then I would cook a whole bunch of stuff so I had things in the freezer. My mum still freaking like cooks me dishes and would be like, oh, do you want such and such? And I'll be like, yes, bring it. Are you girls going to investigate inside people's houses to help them? It's something that Sean and I, wanted to do with our channel. But, even though I've been, into the paranormal, had my own experiences and all that kind of stuff, I didn't seriously start investigating until, last year. And so I wanted to, obviously gather, as much experience as I could, because, going into someone's home and trying to deal with some kind of haunting, whether it's, like a family member or a friend that's hanging around, or if it's like a malevolent entity, whatever it may be, I need to be able to discern what's going on, how to get rid of it, all of that kind of stuff. So, those kinds of, videos like the Foreman brothers do, they're very, very in-depth investigations, and you need to know what you're doing, and you definitely need the experience. So, I know there are some channels that have what's going on.
Well, we're back.
There are some channels doing it.
Bye, Jared. Thank you for stopping by.
See you, Jared. But yeah, hang on.
Yeah, it would be cool. But yeah, I think I've talked about it before. There isn't a lot of that as far as opportunities here in this country. Not like there would be, say, in England or Europe or America. The attitude towards the paranormal here is very different in the general populace compared to over, in those countries. So there would be opportunities, but they'd be very far and few, and we would have to fly very long distances. It wouldn't be just a matter of getting in the car and going to the house down the corner, or the other side of the city. It'd be we would have to fly to Sydney, and then we'd be flying to Melbourne, and then we'd be here, and it'd be costing us a lot of money. And it would be very sporadic, maybe once every 3 months, if that. So then it's just, it would be fantastic, but probably not something that would be very liable, very viable, not viable.
Yeah.
Oh my God, where's my brain today? Leanna's given me a thumbs up. So when I head home in 8 weeks, I've had a couple of people, including Liana, hit me up and ask me if they could come along on some investigations. I had the lovely Tams, who's a YouTuber as well. So I'm going to have some lovely ladies that accompany me on some investigations and adventures when I get home. And I'm like,
that's gonna be awesome.
Awesome. Liana's like, I don't know, can I carry a camera or just carry your bag or even just be a statue? I was like, no, heck no, let's do it. Let's get out there, let's get involved. So once I get home, I'll be organizing that, and you'll probably get to see a little sneak peek. And
Victoria,
as I get there,
I'm in the process of getting a passport. I am, as soon as we're allowed to leave this country.
Oh yeah,
I'm leaving.
I'm coming. It's top of the to-do list. Once I'm actually already on the list to get my first COVID injection. I was supposed to be getting it this week, but
there's been some
problems with the injections because I'm under 50. They recommend I wait for the Pfizer one, so that could be at least another month away, and then I have to wait at least another 3 months, I think, to get the second one. When they open the borders, that means I'll be ready to go. And as soon as they do, which I don't know when that could be, it might not be for another 2 years. I don't know. But as soon as they do, plane tickets booked. I'm over there. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So, it's that's first thing to do as soon as the borders open is plane ticket, America, I'm coming. So, friends, you guys, if you got a couch.
If you have just a bit of floor, we will, a little square foot piece
I'll
of
be
floor.
bringing
We
like
will freaking
I'll be
there.
bringing a roll up like mattress. I'll be bringing my backpack. Like as long as I got my like minimum stuff, but I've got all my my go-to YouTube stuff. I'm
hello,
happy.
Inner Goddess.
So hi, Inner Goddess.
Welcome.
So yeah. Anyway, as soon as I get home, organizing for the girls to come out with me, and we'll be going out having some fun and yeah.
Hi James, how you going?
Hi James. I'll be definitely revisiting some of the locations that was in my season 1 because there's some stuff that come up that I'm still finding out that I want to go back and like delve a bit deeper. So and
but what about me, Sharon?
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, hang on a sec. I thought I was your long lost sister.
Oh, Sharon, thank you.
I have an air mattress you can use. Heck yes.
Sounds great.
Mate, as soon as we can leave this country, we are on a plane.
Yes.
I don't care if I have to freaking get a personal
That's what I mean.
from the bank.
If anyone welcomes us in, you're more than welcome to come on it with us. Adventure. It'll just be adventure time.
Thank you, Sharon. Okay, so I don't think there was
I think that's about it.
What else were we talking about? There was
no, there was nothing else. That's it. I'm just filling the gaps. So should we, without further ado? I don't know.
I think there was something else.
I don't know.
Like Oregon Twinkies twins or something like that.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Oregon Twinkies twins.
What the hell is that? What's Oregon Twinkies twins? I don't know.
I don't know. They're like Twinkies, I guess. We don't have Twinkies here.
Oh, they're gross. I've had one before. They got like that fake cream in it. I don't like that fake cream. And aren't they like, I don't know. People
Are the Twinkies in Oregon different? Why am I talking about Twinkies?
Well, I don't even know if you lost the plot. Like, what the?
I think I'm having a mental breakdown, guys.
What are you even talking about?
I don't know.
I just need lip balm because this weather is terrible.
Oh yes. Yeah, for sure, James.
For sure.
We want that too.
It'd be like Road Trip, like the movie, but 20,000 million times better. Yeah. Like Road Trip across Thelma and Louise without, like, did they throw their car off a cliff or something at the end? Am I, like, thinking of the wrong movie? No, was that? I think I'm thinking of the wrong movie. Oh, my God. I'll just shut up right now.
All right, so we've got 18 people watching and only 15 likes. Like the video.
See, that's what I've heard, Sharon. Twinkies are nasty, and people make jokes about them.
Yeah, like what is it
rude,
about? What
like,
are they?
Rude jokes. It's those, like, little spongy kind of things about that big, and they've got that fake cream stuff.
Ew.
And people make nasty rude jokes about them.
Okay, I understand. I understand. Adult code word talk. Peter is stalling with small talk. Am I?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I have not ate a Twinkie in decades. Oh, okay. So, the special guest has arrived.
The special guest has arrived.
So, this wonderful man has been in our community for quite some time now, and he has never ever been on any video or any live stream. He has been an absolute wonderful supporter of not only our channels, but so many more channels. So, without further ado, I welcome Dantex. Yay!
Yay! Hello!
Yes, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Really
You're
good.
good?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh,
Liana.
I knew you'd know.
Liana had made a comment on one of the posts on my IG, And she said, oh, I know who it is, but I'm not going to say. I'm going to wait and find out.
I told you your abilities are on point, my girl. That's why
Yeah.
you're coming out hunting with me, because we'll be in like psychic beast mode.
Oh, hell
anyway.
Yes. Hell yes. Oh, so everybody, this is the wonderful
Dantex.
The man himself.
First time. Go easy on me.
Oh, we will.
course.
We'll be nice and gentle with you, Dan. All right? Nice and gentle. So, how have you been today? I know, like, we've been chatting a little bit, and you were quite excited to come on.
Yep. Been waiting. Been a long week.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. All right. Well, we wrote down some questions, and I forwarded them to you. So yeah.
I was thinking about it all day at work today.
Just like thinking, oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Questions.
She didn't tell me there was going to be a test.
Yeah. Oh, we'll be grading you, Dan. We'll be grading you.
Well, I didn't do that good in school, so.
Nah, it's right. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Dan. All right. So, and everyone who's in the chat, when Jane and I have, asked Dan the questions that, we're dying to learn about. If you guys have any questions for Dan, then throw them in the chat. All right. So, first question, Dan.
All right.
What sparked your interest in the paranormal, and have you ever had any personal experiences?
I haven't had any personal experiences. In a way, I guess I never really considered it that way, but because I've just always liked paranormal shows. It's always interested me. I'm never sure why. I just always have. And I'm like experiences I don't think I've ever really had, but you always kind of get those little things like, well, that was weird or that was strange,
Mm-hmm. Like things that are like unexplained.
Yeah, cause there was like like you always feel like there's something sitting on the bed, or or you have kind of like when you sleep with your feet out from under the bed and you feel like something just kind of like tickle the bottom of your foot.
Yeah. Or just grab you and pull you onto the bed.
Yeah. And
hey,
like,
Anthony.
I always say that wasn't the cats. So. But
so is this in the house that you are? Was this happening?
It was back when my son was small. We were living in the one house, and it was it was a nice house. It was 3-bedroom house, real nice, and it had the master bedroom on one side and then the 2 other bedrooms on the other side. And my son would never sleep in his room. He would always go to the other room, and he was small, probably about 1.5, 2 years old, already sleeping kind of in one of the little beds.
Yeah.
And every now and then we would sleep in his room with him, just to to kind of calm him down and stuff so he could sleep. But I could never sleep with my back facing the window. It was just always something there, and it always just felt off. And like in the master bedroom, there were always nights when I was sleeping that I could literally feel the mattress, like someone was pushing on it. And it just kind of always freaked me out. And it's like, I know it's not the cats, because none of the cats were even in the bedroom, and stuff. So but I mean, I could feel the impression, but I didn't look because I was like, I don't see it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to know what that is. That's quite the experience.
Actually, my son, Will, he's 16. You guys know Will. You hear him in the background quite a bit.
The ghost gamer.
Yeah. He was, there with their dad at the moment. So they called in to drop some stuff off on their way down south. And you know, he was telling me when he stayed at his mates last week, you know, because he knows that there's, you know, things out there. So he's not, you know, a non-believer in the paranormal, but he's someone who doesn't want to know about it. So yeah, like if I'm talking about stuff or you know, I say, oh my gosh, like this crazy thing happened tonight, and he'll be like, oh yeah, righto, and you know, those kinds of comments, and I'll just be like, no, I'm serious.
It's because it freaks him out. He doesn't want to know about it because it scares him.
Yeah, but he's never had any kind of paranormal experience until last week.
Oh.
So he's at his mates, and you know, there's the three of them, and him and one of them are on blow-up mattresses on the lounge room floor. The other one's on the couch, and it's late. It's just the three of them in there, and he's just laying down with the doona on, and he feels like walking on, you know, like next, like on his leg, next to his leg type thing. And he thought that it might have been his mate's cat, who's like my Burman, you know, it's quite a fair size. So, you know, not like, you know, those kind of heavy cat things. And he was like, and it was like a good like 4 or 5 steps. And he said, I seriously thought it was Dean's cat. And then he said, I looked down and there was nothing there. And he was just like, yeah, no. And he's like, I don't want to know about that stuff. No, thank you. And I said, well, did you tell your mates? And he said, yeah. And he said, and then I was like talking to one of them, and I said, and he's a scaredy cat too. And I said, oh, let me guess, you both then started freaking each other out even more. And he was like, yeah, kind of.
That's what I mean. They freak each other out.
Yeah. And they'll look at me like I'm a crazy person when I'll say like, oh my gosh, like this spirit freaking came running at me tonight, and oh my gosh, it was so awesome. And they're just like, no. Don't want to know about it. Don't want to know. Oh my goodness. So what initially like sparked your interest in the paranormal, Dan?
Was it just watching the shows, or
was
there anything before that?
Hey, Glenn.
It was always just watching the shows. You know, and just kind of like those little things that happen here and there, but you know, it's just mostly the shows.
Yeah.
So what was the first show that you watched, you know, with paranormal?
We used to always
was it on TV or YouTube? Was YouTube around?
It might have been. I would say it was probably more like the Ghost Adventures and stuff. It kind of started. You know, and you kind of always had your other kind of off paranormal shows and stuff, and it just kind of just grew from there.
Yeah.
And then once YouTube started to get more popular, I guess, and then you know more shows started coming on there, and I just kind of started catching on to there.
Yeah, Zach Bagans definitely started quite the trend when it comes to investigating.
Yes.
So yeah.
It's understandable.
Well, that's pretty cool. All right, do you want to ask the next question?
Dan, so have you ever been on an actual investigation or visited any haunted locations, like on a ghost tour, or just, you know, been exploring?
No, not really. I'm a bit of chicken, actually.
Yeah.
I can watch it on TV, and
that's
I'm
perfectly fine.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's plenty of people out watching that would agree with you. That I am totally happy to be sitting here in my armchair, just being an armchair investigator.
Nice, you know, just
and watching during the day.
It's just in the safety of my little non-haunted house, and I'm all good with that. Yeah, no, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So, I guess you know,
I don't have any of those, any of the apps or anything on my phone. It's like no, because I even read some of the comments on them, and it's like, well, I don't know. Some of them say that, you know, activity picks up when I started using it at home and stuff. It's like, yeah, maybe not.
Okay, oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's yep, that's totally
Yeah, no, I mean,
understandable.
a lot of people who watch like you do, Dan, they're watching because they just have that fear, but there's that like full-on curiosity. They just want to see, they want to know,
I do have
they
the
want to like,
curiosity.
find out about. Hey,
Yeah, I do have the curiosity of it, but I don't know if I would actually do it.
night glam.
Yeah, no, that's fair
Kind of
enough.
glam. But it in some ways it's kind of almost, they say, like you always say, that you have to be prepared, mentally prepared or spiritually prepared.
Yes.
I don't ever think I'm quite at that level to where I'd be safe enough to try it.
Yeah.
No, well, and that's important as well, because
Very.
if you're not feeling that, safe within yourself, then that's when you're putting yourself at risk of being spiritually attacked or, open for an attachment. And that's the last thing that you want, So, that is probably the best thing for you to be doing, is to be aware that you aren't ready to do that and not to be pushing yourself or going out and doing anything silly. So kudos to you for being aware of that.
Yeah, and I mean,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Jane and I, both, and this is one of the reasons why we didn't start, our channels or, getting into it more seriously, because, we just weren't in the right headspace or health space to, go and pursue that and know that we could take it on and handle it and keep ourselves safe. So, I mean, I wish I'd have started earlier, but at the same time,
I wasn't ready. I had other things going on, and it wasn't the time, and I'm not about forcing anything, I wasn't going to force myself. I wasn't going to force the channel, and I'm still in that headspace, It's just allow things to be comfortable and flow as they need to. So
yeah, I mean, because I know like Dan from Spirit Encounters had asked me that one time, because we're actually pretty close. I think we're just like kind of on the opposite sides of Portland.
Yeah.
And it's,
which is why I said Oregon Twinkie Twins, guys. Okay, I'm not having a mental breakdown. That was the code word that Dan picked. I look like I'm having a stroke or something.
You can have the other one on now. Yeah, but it is the curiosity of doing it. But I also hear it from all, watching everyone's channels that, you have to be in the right headspace, and you have to have something to ground you to do that. And, some people are there, other people, it takes a while. And, I just rather be safe in my chair. And
exactly. And there is like I said, absolutely nothing wrong with that, Exactly. So
I mean, that's what we were doing before we started. So, yeah.
But, it was like...
See you, Liana.
Bye, Liana.
But, it kind of goes even to like a lot of the TV shows that they have, like you have the... I drew a blank. Kindred Spirits. On the Travel Channel. And it was kind of like the question that I had asked a couple nights ago when you did the other live stream, Jane, about how they took a picture and then everyone just says, oh, look, there's something there, and then they just kind of built on it, and they showed everybody, and then they went in and said, okay, let's create a backstory to this supposed spirit that's there. And then when they actually did the investigation later that night, it actually responded to all the questions that they had asked from this backstory that they made up. And that was kind of like, okay, so you can actually see something and have enough people believe it, and then create a backstory to it, and then you'll get the actual responses back.
Yeah.
Because they kept saying that, oh, it was a little boy who fell off, who hit his head and fell off a wagon, and his dad was a railroad worker, and then at that night they asked those questions, oh, are you a little boy or a little girl? And they would say a little boy. I said, oh, well, how'd your dad die? He goes, oh, he works at the railroad station. I mean, it actually answered all the questions that they made the backstory of, which kind of fascinated me on that one.
And is this like through using a spirit box?
No, they just kind of wrote, they said, okay, so they know that this place has supposedly this spirit here. So they wrote down on a piece of paper, okay, let's say this boy was this many years old. He had a sister. His sister was, got sick and, passed away. And then the dad worked at the railroad, and the mom, they made a story up for the mom, and there were the four of them. They lived in this house. And then they went back later that night and asked the same questions. And, they did it with the spirit box and asked, how old are you? Do you have a sister? And it's like, yes. And you could actually hear it respond back. And
wow.
Okay. And I think they ended up at the end of the show, they told the lady or whoever owned the house, it's like, you're almost manifesting it, I guess. You're creating the story of it, so people just keep building and building and building on it. And to me, that was kind of like, okay, so if enough people believe in something, then, I think it's kind of almost like the cryptids, I think, where if enough people start believe it, it starts to have its own life, I guess.
Yeah. That's quite interesting, isn't it?
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a very interesting episode. It for some reason always stuck with me.
Oracles, thank you.
Yeah, I really need to go and watch that.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
Kind of got me thinking in a kind of a different way, maybe. But yeah, I need to watch it to sort of. I don't want to say anything on it because I need to watch it.
Yeah,
I don't want to have an opinion about something I haven't actually seen.
But, I mean, it sounds fascinating.
Yeah, if I go back and I'll try to find a link, I'll try to share it.
Yeah, that'd be
be awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. I was going to say something. I just completely forgot.
Doesn't matter. We should just move on. We've got a few very questions to get through.
Alrighty.
I see Frank just popped in.
Frank!
Hey, Frank. How are ya? Good to see you.
Frankie boy. Alrighty. Are you ready for question number 3, Dan?
I think so.
Who did you discover in our community first on YouTube?
It would have to be Patrick.
We
knew it.
That's where everybody goes.
Bloody Patrick.
I think it would be the case for most of us.
Yeah.
Like for me it was. It was definitely too. Patrick.
Well, when it comes to, watching real paranormal investigators.
It would have been Patrick, and then it would have been the Foreman brothers.
Yes.
Yeah. But, in saying that, I think all of us, the community that we have now is all because of Patrick and the haunted side. Like, we all have him to thank for all of us coming together in one way or another.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
I've always said that.
He
built the community. Like, like we're led to him in some way, and we've all sort of stuck together. And but I've always said that. Like, always said, thank you to Patrick that we have this.
Yeah.
So I think,
good old Patrick.
Yeah, he came up as kind of like just a suggestion on my YouTube.
That's what. Watched for me.
Yeah, and I watched his first couple episodes and decided I really liked it because, like he said, it was a different way of showing and investigating. Instead of just going out and showing stuff, because there were we kind of felt like everybody else did. I'm sure, it's like well, that didn't happen. I mean, it's impossible for that to happen. You look at like something flying through a window. It's like, well, nothing else moved around the window. It's like, how did this go through the window, but yet nothing moved?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when and then you start watching how Patrick investigates and how he shows you everything, and he's just very good at what he does. And it just that's I've kind of changed, I guess, more into kind of his style of watching shows or episodes and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And I've gotten to where I trust who he supports and who he watches and who he suggests and stuff. And I think that's even how I found y'all. And even the reality, fake Jason, and everyone. That's it just kind of branched out. It's like, okay, well, if Patrick's like this person, and then these people, like, it just kind of branches off from there.
Yeah.
Because we all kind of have that same style of investigating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not at the moment because we're outside holding a camera ourselves. But yeah, indoor locations, yes, for sure.
But we all have our own flavor. But it's all about keeping it real and capturing, trying to capture real evidence.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. You're not going out there trying
business
to
fly into the wall and fishing line closing doors and all this other bullshit that's out there.
And doors slamming and rocks being thrown. I mean, like, I've even put up episodes where the location hasn't even, been hugely active. Like, we've caught certain things, but like, you're not always gonna get a whole bunch of like crazy activity going on.
No, well, that's why I'm dropping this raw footage series, because it was kind of like my throw out pile, because I didn't have a whole bunch of stuff going on. I was only running the spirit box, and that's all that happened. It was conversations on that, and then what I'm working on that's coming out on Monday, all I got was nothing on the spirit box, nothing on the K2, nothing on my statics, just great conversations that completely correlate with the location on the necrophonic, and are completely relevant to the history of the location. So not enough for a series 2 episode, but enough for this raw footage thing, and this was spending half the night in this place. So it's not, I could have made all, if I wanted to fake crap, I could have made all sorts of go on.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But
I would thousands.
I wouldn't be sitting, I wouldn't have went into bed, come all the way here to work with Peter. I could have just stayed there and, made meat cleavers fly off hooks and all sorts of crazy garbage, like, come on. Yeah, so exactly. It's just, anyway.
That's why
thinking about this idiot.
I laughed when Mr. Gray did the reaction, like, debunking video of the So Spooks episode that we were featured in. And he says that it's the lady's arm. You can tell because, there's a shadow, like there's a light bouncing off this wall to that wall. And, if you look at where her arm is, that's when you see this, shadow arm. And I'm just laughing hysterically, like thinking, are you serious, dude? Like, I've said to Jane, like, and when you slow it down, it's my arms are by my sides.
We've talked about it before. This thing goes and like you're like this.
Yeah, like
even this slight arm movement's like.
I literally had to slow that down to 30% speed. That's how darn quick it was. But I've said to Shane. I was like trying to mix Jane and Sean. I said, unless I'm the mum, the stretch mum of the Incredibles movie, and I stretched the arm all the way around the building, back into the window, and then come in from that angle to go out like that, there is no possible way that is me.
But anyway, people can have their opinions.
Yeah.
You can go over there and have them.
There's always going to be doubters.
Yeah, like I left him a comment, and he was like, he was chilled about it. So, yeah, I didn't worry about it.
No.
All righty. Do you want to ask the next one?
Okay, so we just want to know, because he's such a wonderful supporter of like all our channels and just the community in general. You're always sharing in your stories when we're releasing new stuff. We've got stuff coming up, and like, you know, we're so appreciative, and like everyone is. Like, obviously, that's why Sparks is trying to get you. Sorry, Sparks, we beat you.
Sorry, Sparks.
We beat you for the bunch.
I took the exclusive away from you. Are you booked? Have you got a date booked in with Sparks? Have you got a?
It's May 30th.
Oh, fantastic! So it's not too far away.
Awesome.
So anyway, so what actually drove you to sort of start promoting and supporting like groups, like, you know, just to start sharing as much as you do and like getting behind us as much as you do?
Well, it was kind of I don't want to say an accident, but you know, it was,
really?
At first, you know, I was kind of real hesitant about it because I wasn't sure, you know, if everyone was going to kind of get mad because, you know, oh, well, why is he taking my stuff and then sharing it on here? And I've never used Instagram stories before. This was the first time I had ever, you know, even tried it. Because even going back to my Instagram, if you go to like the very beginning, it's mostly music related. It's, you know, like the festivals and stuff, like the stages and stuff that were always really neat, or the sayings that they had, or, you know, it's like, well, I like this and I like that. And then it just kind of took a turn all of a sudden when I thought, well, you know, I'll give this a try and I'll see what happens. And so far, nobody's yelled at me. So
No,
why would we?
Not at all. You're allowed to share links. Like, I mean, everyone, like a lot of people share. You know, we'll share each other's links on our socials and stuff. So
no, it's more than welcome. Like,
you know, and then, you know, once I started getting, you know, all, you know, the thank yous, you know, and started getting the DMs back, or, you know, when, you know, saying, you know, thank you for sharing, you know, oh, this means a lot. You know, it's like, you know, okay, you know, maybe people, you know,
thanks,
oh yeah, no, like the more, especially, you know, being smaller channels, the more people share our stuff, you know, the more exposure we're getting, and it just helps us, you know, as creators so much. And like, it's nothing but a positive thing. Like, I would never be like, excuse me, how dare you steal my thumbnail of YouTube and share my stuff? Like, no way. That would just be so silly. Like, you know, I just appreciate it so much. Like,
and welcome, Three Souls Paranormal.
Three Souls Paranormal, welcome.
Thank you for
and
joining.
V, oh my gosh, we've missed you. We were literally talking about you the other day, going,
like, where's V?
Where's V? We haven't seen her in ages. What's going on? I was literally like, I'm thinking about messaging you, going, are you okay? Like, where have you been? Like, are you all right? Like, I was actually saying to Peter, like, I think it was last week, I don't like it when anyone from our community sort of goes postal for a bit, because I start worrying, going, like, are they in hospital? Are they okay? Like, have they fallen off the face of the planet? Like, I do. I literally seriously get concerned, because when people just suddenly are around a lot and then they suddenly aren't, I'm like, I hope everything's okay. Like, I'm just a worrywart. It's the way I am.
But see, we do think of you guys.
We think of you guys, you know, like, it's not just like, oh, okay.
We recognize and appreciate all of you.
All of you and everything you do, no matter how big or, you know, you might think it's insignificant, but to us, it is not it anyway at all.
Absolutely.
Oh, don't apologize, B. You do you. I don't have to apologize. It's just great to have you back.
It's good to have you, and I hope that everything has been
like,
all right behind the scenes.
Yeah, like everything's been all okay. We missed you.
For sure. Yeah, so with like sharing on your IG, like, you know, how did it get to the point where, you know, it was something that, you know, you started doing more of?
When, you know, because you always want to support the channels that you like, you know, and, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
So, some of us, you know, can't afford to do it, I guess, you know, or, you know, or you know, financially can't help, I guess, but, you know, which is kind of where I thought, well, this will be kind of neat, because, you know, there's times where, you know, money's a little tight and you can't, you know, it's like, you know, here's $1,
especially
$2.
with everything,
No, well, that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't always need to be about sending PayPals or, you know, super chats, whatever. It's any type of support
leaving a comment.
Yeah, leaving a comment. It's just,
giving a like,
giving
whatever.
a like, subscribing, leaving comments. Like, I'm just like, anything at all is appreciated just the same as, someone giving me $1 PayPal, $100 PayPal. It doesn't matter. It all matters just as much, and it's all appreciated just as much. Like, because
James,
sharing and it's just as important, because like I said, it's giving us exposure, it's getting our name out there, and like, you have different followers than we do, and could just be that one person, and it's it's like word of mouth. It works exactly the same. It takes one person and then they like share it, they might share it, and so it's that chain reaction, and then sharing is caring, as far as I'm concerned. So it's only a good
yes,
thing.
You help just by being here in the chat.
That's it. Just being here,
doing that
like
is helping.
Being part of our what I've quoted, not quoted, what I've tagged our Ghoul Gang. Like, I've even got a T-shirt. I've done the shirts. So yes, it's my little ghoulie gang. I love it, and it just gives me the warm and fuzzies, and like that sense of belonging.
Yeah. Because you can't like, you started off like, just slow with the the haunted side and stuff, and
testing the waters, kind of.
What's
going to happen?
Yeah, well, I was like, before I started my channel, I was doing the same. I was constantly sharing, the channels that I liked, and I believed, in what they were doing as investigators. Unfortunately, I don't have the time now, like, or the finances, because, I'm needing to put that money into my own
for sure
channel. I just don't have the time, but it doesn't mean I'm still not trying to support those channels the best I can, just behind the scenes, But it's exactly the same, It was like, the haunted side, the new reality, just, the channels that I believed in. I was doing exactly the same, because, I just wanted to support them in any way, shape or form I could, Just had to back that up, because I've got my own channel now. It needs all my time and energy, because it's exhausting.
I have so much to catch up on. It's not a joke. Like,
I'm behind.
My boys have been away since what a week. They've been gone, and I think I've only sat down to like eat lunch and watch a bit of a show the entire time. Otherwise I'm at my laptop eating, working. It's just... I've got paperwork, admin, I've got stuff that's just backing up, because, I'm doing all the, more in front of the scenes sort of stuff, and all the, finally what's more important is going by the wayside. I mean, what we had
lunch. And I just packed up, moved the other, just temporarily moved the other side of the country, and my fur babies, who are like, well, they're pretty much my kids, are just being neglected at home. Well, my mum's looking after them, bless her, but I feel like I just abandoned my children.
No, like poor Jenny's homesick.
Yeah, I've been getting homesick just these last few weeks. It's started to get tough, because I only planned on coming for 6 to 8 weeks, and it's been 8 weeks. Maybe, when did I come?
Hang on, beginning of Feb, 1st Feb.
So a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So it's been, I planned on coming probably max 6 weeks. Yeah. And it's just been pushed back. And I'll be here for another 8 weeks, and I'm like, bullshit.
Yay. But like, it was funny, because we're like both having dinner, but I said to Jane, I'm like, finally sitting down to eat my lunch. And it was like 6:30 at night.
And I was like, I haven't eaten today either.
Yeah, it's like, just, you're so like all over the place. Like, there's just a lot going on at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
It's even, trying to keep up watching all these shows, and then, because where I try to post them, I do always try my best to watch the episodes even before I post them, so I have something to say, because I hate just putting, here's this by this person and go look,
Well, that's how I used to. I used to try, I'd share if there were, there's a premiere coming. I'd be like, it's coming, but then even after, I'd be like posting it, and but constantly. I was just like sitting around watching YouTube, and then and then like being in the chats, and then I was a moderator. I'm still modding, even though I haven't been around much that like since sort of coming over here. I've had to pull back a bit because things have been a bit chaotic. But like I'm still modding other people's channels.
Yeah, and like what? I'm a mod on your channel, Haunted Side, and
I'm a mod on a million channels. But anyway,
what channel am I mod on? I'm a mod on another.
Yeah,
channel.
Aren't you on Dance? Spirited?
Yeah, I might. Oh no, here I don't. No, here. Yes, I am. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm still trying to do the best I can. Like if I've got time available and there's a stream going on, where I'll jump in for as much as I can. But it's just it's crazy.
Yeah, I kind of use that more as my way of supporting the channels because
it's awesome. Like, and I know, like we appreciate it, and I know that everyone else totally does.
And like we said earlier, like with not seeing B, if like I don't see like you posting like like my video or Jane's video or any of our community's videos for like a couple of days, I'm just like,
is he okay?
Oh my gosh, is Dan okay? Like, holy cow. Like, where is he? What's he doing?
There's been a few other people that went posted for a couple of days, and I was kind of like, I haven't seen the post for a few days, so I'm like, Bessie, are you okay? Like, is everything all good? Like it does. It freaks me out. I've said that. Yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah, I'm just like, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just
I
like
would love to have a day off. I would love to have a day off.
it's because like we're just like a big family now, and it's like it's like if one of your family members went postal for a few days, you'd be like, okay, something's not right here. Need to find them. What's going on? It's exactly what I'm saying with this online community. We are family. We're all been around each other now for so long.
James is saying, Dan, you're amazing also.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, he is, James. Oh, my goodness. All right, so if you, let's say you're, like, in the right, like, space mentally, physically, spiritually to visit a haunted location.
I noticed, Frank. Don't think I didn't notice.
What do you say?
I'm just sitting there yesterday going, Frank's been quiet. He's probably been busy with work.
I noticed too, Frankie.
Don't think I haven't noticed.
It's all right, Frank. We think about you too. So if you could pick somewhere that you know is haunted, where would you go? Like, what location would you pick?
Have you got like a
wish list?
Yeah, like your wish list. Have you got a wish list? Like, where would you go?
I think I would have to say probably the Donovan Mill. Because it's not, there's like nothing bad there, but stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad entities, I guess. They're, more that just kind of like to say, hey, I'm here kind of ones.
Yeah.
I'll go where the friendly ones are at.
Anywhere that's friendly. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be visiting the Clean Water Demon House anytime soon.
No. That's on my list.
Okay. Well, that brings us the other question. Like, is there anywhere that you wouldn't go and why? Apart from Clearwater.
Clean.
Clean.
Is it clean water? Yeah.
Clean water.
No, it's clear water. It's clear water.
I'm checking. I'm sure it's no, it is.
It's clear water.
It is clear water. Oh, I'm retarded. It's all right. Don't mind me.
Too.
Remember, I was having a stroke earlier,
It's
people.
clear
So
water.
it's just
the clear water demon house. But I call it the demon water crazy house because
Yeah,
pretty sure that it's in that water in that crazy house.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It would probably be like the latest episode that Paranormies did. at the Sinister Farm. I don't know if you've seen that one
Sinister
yet.
Farmhouse.
Ooh.
No, I promised them I would catch up with that
Yes.
hopefully on Sunday.
Yeah,
Once
I
they
think part
finish
2 drops
editing my
today.
new.
Yeah,
Yeah,
part
well,
2 definitely drops today.
I'm backlogging some episodes. Obviously, like I said, I never have time for anything. So,
Have
but
you already
Yeah.
put your video up?
no, I
Oh,
haven't even finished editing.
yeah. We'll both be
No,
putting
but-
our premieres up. Yeah, maybe late today.
But that one
Tomorrow.
kind of gave
Oh,
me the
man.
creeps. Yeah, that one totally
Yeah?
gave me the creeps. Yeah, that it.
Whereabouts in the States is it, Dan?
I'm not sure. I can't remember where exactly they're at. But yeah, I can't think off the top of my head where they're at. But
I'll have to watch that one.
yeah, it's definitely one you got to watch. It's definitely creepy. I mean,
Mm.
there's the way I don't want to spoil it or anything for you, but there were quite a couple things that they caught that a lot of the viewers posted. It's like, what is that? And it's, how did this happen and stuff. And the knocks were just crazy.
Yeah.
But that would be a good episode to watch.
Oh yeah, no, I promised the boys
it
I'd be
definitely
catching
freaked
up on
me
it.
out on that one.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I've got to.
So definitely a bit more on the negative side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think there's something.
I'll definitely be
not
interested in
right.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Prevalia. Yeah.
yeah, that's for sale, Mr. Bunny.
Oh, I don't know if is it still for sale? It was for sale.
I don't know. Jane and I.
It's the one Patrick wanted to buy.
Oh, well, did Patrick want to buy it as well?
Yeah,
We were like, we need to win the
let's
lotto so we can buy it.
But we thought he thought it was way cheaper than it actually was, and then we're like, oh yeah, no, we can't do that. And that's why he wanted to buy the hospital out at wherever it was.
Oh, did he end up buying it?
No, because we didn't raise any money.
Oh.
Yeah, well, just,
Didn't
no.
they want like a crazy amount for it too?
Oh yeah, like 60 million euros or 600 million euros or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
The last time it sold, it was like not even close to like an eighth or something of that. I don't know. Don't
I think it
quote me.
was no, it was 2 million.
It was 1.6 million euros or something, but now they want like 60 or something million euro. I don't know, some stupid, ridiculous amount. I don't know. So yeah.
So you would definitely go visit places that are haunted as long as they're, kind of more on the neutral
Chill,
side,
like
chill
happy.
side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where they're just more willing to interact with you, I guess.
Okay. And so if
Except
you
with Patrick, because I don't want nothing thrown at me.
He's always getting shit thrown at him. Always.
Well, he's a ghosty magnet.
Yeah, he is.
We just we're like the ghost stirrers, like two big ghost spoons that stir up the energy. Like,
yeah. So if you went to your location, would you want to do an investigation? Would you want to do a tour, or would you just want to go and check it out and see what
an
you
investigation would be kind of neat to do.
Mm.
I would probably actually skip the tour and just kind of see what happens. I would be more, it kind of like when you just want to know just a little bit of the story and then you fill in the gaps as you go.
Yeah.
So you're not, like, okay, well, I know this room is going to have this, this, and this, and I know that this place is going to have, and then you'll be expecting it, and that's what you're going to be looking for.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was only just saying to Jane last week or the week before that, with when researching for a location, I will, some locations I like to get, an extensive amount of research, but other locations I want to just know the briefs, like how old is it?
Sometimes I don't want to know anything. I just go in.
Yeah, and then go in, see what comes through, and then see if it gets confirmed with the history, what's been picked up, and doing it that way. Because like you said, otherwise you're expecting that, or if there's like a known freaking spirit there by a certain name, you're going in and saying, oh, well, am I talking to Frank? Because be a popular spirit in locations.
Seems to be all over the place. Always haunting everywhere.
I mean, you need to
Damn it,
cut
Frank.
it out, Frank.
Yeah, stop haunting places. What's going on?
Yeah, I think that's why I like the new reality too, because they, like when they went to the farmhouse, it was the first time they'd been there. They didn't know nothing about it. To them, it was just an abandoned farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere. And then
Yeah.
they started having the things happen, and then they started to look into it and said, okay, yes, this is what happened. This is matching with what happened. And it just kind of comes together on its own.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think that's why sometimes I just like going in because, obviously I'm going to pick up things, on an intuitive level when I'm there.
Yes.
And then I want it to be correlated with what's going on with my devices. And then, if I can then get further, correlation through history or stories or whatever, then fantastic. So working in a kind of backwards manner.
And I think that's, kind of like we have a location. It's the only abandoned location that I know of so far in Perth. It's, an almost 2-hour drive to get to. But the first time we went there, we got like nothing, not really much at all. But when we went there this week, it was just popping off. But yeah, the friend of mine that we took with us, like he met us up there because it's kind of like it's out in the middle of nowhere, and it is known for homeless people hanging around or people getting
just doing dodgy stuff.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Dodgies.
Just doing dodgy.
And so Jane and I were obviously like really drawing energy in this time around. And poor Jay was just not used to it and not for it at all. So I said to Jane, like, we ended up having to go. Like, we got a decent amount to put out an episode, but I said, we're going back.
We have
to because I didn't get to do this. And, yeah, but it's kind of like our farmhouse, isn't it? But a factory.
Yeah, just a giant brick factory. It's definitely our abandoned farmhouse.
Yeah. But I did put out a call on like the Urbex community page
Bye,
here
Victoria.
in Perth. See you, V. Take care.
That's not V, it's Victoria.
Oh, Victoria.
Not Veronica.
Sorry,
you need your glasses.
I do need my glasses on. Asking if, there's anyone who wants to, take us out and do some exploring. So, yeah, I've had a couple of people, a couple of guys DM me and say, yeah, absolutely. So I said to Jane, well, let's just try and find some other places and hopefully get some activity going.
Yeah, we want an actual farmhouse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hope so. They're few and far between. Like, they're out there, but they're very few and far between.
And, like Jane has said to me, the Urbex community doesn't like to share their locations or, tell anyone where they are and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's been a little bit tricky, but I finally got some responses, thank goodness. So we'll see where that goes. So, yeah. Okay, so you asked that one. Okay, so
like the last question,
we've got a final question. So after we've asked this question to all our wonderful people in the chat, if you guys have any questions for Dan, then we will get you to put them in the chat. All right, so Dan, if you could choose any paranormal group in our community, all right, to investigate with, who would you choose and why? I think I know the answer.
Well, obviously, no.
Oh, no.
If we were closer.
Oh,
we'll have to get you out when we get over there eventually.
Yes.
You'll have to come
Absolutely.
on an adventure with us.
Absolutely.
So you can have the 2 Twinkie Oregonians to go with you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Dan's not. Yeah, I haven't seen him in the. I haven't seen him in the chat today, but yeah, that would be amusing, wouldn't it? Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, okay. So, what you would pick Jane and I to investigate with?
Yeah, the dream would be I would love to go with everyone because I like seeing the different styles that everybody
yeah,
does.
for sure.
It's all the same, but it's just enough different to where it's like, oh, they can catch this and they see this, and it blends real good. And I like that's what I like.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
All right. So, okay, you've chosen Jane and I. Why us out of the community?
Wow, you're making this hard.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's the way you do your investigations is what I like. You still investigate. You have your serious moments, but yet you're still lighthearted enough to where it's still fun to watch, and that's what I like. And it's kind of like with fake Jason Anthony. He goes in. He's serious, but he'll crack a joke every now and then. He'll kind of bring the humor back into it. And just kind of like, okay, kind of calm everything down, and then it can get intense, but then he calms it back down.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and I think because my latest episode that went up this week is been one of my top videos so far. So obviously, and the same with Jane, like when she put her Clackline video out, I think like everyone's really enjoying watching a more kind of laid back, relaxed style way of investigating. And, we certainly have our serious moments where, there's stuff going on and we're, deadly serious and in the mode, but, we might argue about something or then we'll
yelling at you
or then
like
we'll
a serpentine.
I'm
like, why? Not why, genius.
and then we'll be freaking giving each other shit.
Like, you dumbass.
Yeah. And like the part 2 of the Demon's Playground I'm putting up for this weekend, I was like watching some of that footage last night in editing, and I am just losing it. Like just laughing at Jane and I, just like me. And it just kind of, I don't know, obviously we take it very seriously, but this is what happens when you investigate. It's not like you don't go to a location and you're just in investigation mode, and that's
right, we're investigating
the only mode.
Yeah, you can't get too serious into it, because then it becomes very the same all the way through. You gotta kind of break it up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's probably one of the things that people are enjoying, because it's that mix kind of going in, and then there'll be a moment where Jane and I are strangling each other, for instance, and then it'll lighten everyone up again, and then we're back to serious mode and
screaming about bugs, and then I'm like, right, we're back.
Yeah. Don't spray my phone. I'm not going to spray your phone.
Yeah, because it's even, you see even like the TV paranormal shows, they're always very serious. They're you kind of start to lose interest in it after a while when you have to keep it different, I guess.
Yeah.
So expanding on that, so you're enjoying like our style that we've been putting out lately?
Yeah, I liked it all. It's good to kind of change it up just a little, and then try this, and then you can try that. You're giving us a variety of what investigating can be.
Yes.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And-
it was going to be a bit different anyway with us working together, coming from me working by myself and you working with Sean. So bringing us together was going to be different anyway, and finding what worked for us, and you know, with time frames and all sorts of external circumstances.
Yes. And Jane having to go from living at her place to living with a teenager and a 10-year-old and half the neighborhood. Oh my gosh. Poor Jane, she'll go in her room and she'll put her noise cancelling headphones on. She'll be like, I can't deal.
Yes.
And she, she said to me, like, you're always running late. And I'm like, well, it's because like I have all my animals that just want to go to the toilet all at the same time while I'm getting ready, and it's my kids, and then it's my 10-year-old like getting all upset because he doesn't want mommy to go, and it's just a lot of factors that come into it, Jane.
I know, it's all good. But yeah, I guess like getting to that point of like our channels where it's just finding a way that's when you sort of start to sort of feel a bit flat, you've got to find something that works and it's fun, make it fun, and that's cool. It's good to get your feedback.
I think like keeping some of the more, I guess, like behind the scenes clips in just gives you guys a look into, well, this is okay, didn't realize it, they'd have to do that, for instance, before they did this. So it, and it's not just about, like us say, yelling at each other or, making jokes with each other. It's, like the other elements of, the setting up and preparation and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's quite interesting.
It is.
I mean, personally, I like watching behind the scenes type stuff, and I've loved it when Pat's put some things out of behind the scenes, and I think Jason was doing it on his channel and putting like behind the scenes stuff in, and I find it really interesting. It's like, oh, okay, so that's how he takes that certain B-roll shot, and it's cool. I like it.
It's all stuff you never think about. It's always neat.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Oh, that's how they do it.
Yeah. Like watching a behind the scenes of how they make a movie or a TV show. Same sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, guys, if any of you have anything that you would like to ask Dan, within reason, of course, then feel free to pop it in the chat. But while we wait to see if anyone wants to ask you anything, Dan, have you got any questions that you'd like to ask Jane and I?
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah?
You?
What are you going on about, Frank? What? I'll go with those Bismillah dudes. They always catch.
Oh, they're talking about.
Yeah. I know. There are gins at like McDonald's over there. They're everywhere. Are you pretty good at spotting, if you're watching a channel, right? Mm-hmm. Are you good at kind of discerning whether it's, fake or, reality?
I've gotten better at it. Watching all the episodes, I'm kind of starting to like, okay, that I have to kind of question because that one doesn't quite seem right. But and it kind of goes back to the way I guess our community is, that we're all the same. We all kind of investigate the same, so we all kind of look for certain stuff. You just kind of learn from watching everybody. And, I mean, because even I watched the one episode that Crow did where he broke down one of the videos, and it's like, well, he took it at this angle, and all of a sudden, you see the camera switch, and all of a sudden you're at a different angle and something gets thrown. It's like, what happened in between?
I
tend to hear a lot more of the voices I guess, when I'm listening or when I'm watching.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. And I think it's from, oh, sorry. I think it's from watching some of Crow's videos, ages ago, like over 12 months ago now. And I'm just like, oh, those cheeky bastards. That's how they did it.
Yeah.
And so I'll just be like, well, now I know what to look for.
Yeah.
So, even myself, but I'll watch paranormal stuff. And I think because, I've been doing it for nearly 12 months now. And we don't, I don't think we've got, the history or the degree of activity. Would you agree that you guys in the States do?
No.
But, knowing how spirits will try and interact with you and what they're capable of, putting out and the energy that it takes for them to, say, close a door or throw a rock. Clive Cottage, for example. I had, the tiniest, little pebble, but it was like chucked at my back. And then it just, I heard it fall. I didn't feel it because it was only tiny, but it just fell on the kitchen floor. So I heard it. I'm turning around and I was like, and I mean, the spirits are known to do that. But I even thought to myself, where did that little pebble even come from? So it takes so much energy. So when I'm watching, say anyone's, thing on YouTube and you see, a shadow figure or an apparition in nearly every episode, it's just really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, see, I think that's why I stopped watching.
Hang on a sec. Let me just see what Mr. Bunny has said here. When you see a shadow person, you don't run towards it. Yes, you do, Mr. Bunny. They didn't shine their light directly on it first also. Oh, hang on. What are we talking about? Sorry, Dan, continue.
I lost my train of thought now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to, pay attention to the chat as well today because, I didn't pick up on, that guy last week in Jane's live. So, but, so it's when you see, someone putting out content and it's just every single episode, they're catching, absolutely awesome phenomena. You kind of have to question, I think.
Yeah, because you're not going to go to the same place 20 times and get something every single time. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, but you're not going to go
guess it could, but
5 different locations and get something at each of the 5 locations. It's super good phenomena. It doesn't happen that much. It's very, very rare.
I mean, if you look at Patrick's videos,
I know
even Patrick has not.
He's got what?
He's caught
hundreds of videos, and he's got not that much.
I don't even think he's got
2 or 3.
Actual full body, fully formed
He's
full
got a
body
shadow.
apparition. He's got a shadow. He's got that.
He's got another part which could be a shadow, but he's got the hand.
That Orby whiskey
There's
thing.
that.
It's there's 3 or 4.
Yeah.
In all those hundreds of videos.
Yeah.
When you've got people, week after week saying, "Oh, look at this! Look at this." No, I'm sorry.
It doesn't work that way. Holy cow! Wish it did. I wish it did. But I think that's why Jane and I were a bit frustrated when we had to leave the other night because something freaking awesome happened, and we had to go, and we're just wanting to go and find out what that was and who was it and all this kind of stuff. It was just we got to go.
Hi,
Yeah.
Mazzy.
Hi, Mazzy. You're right. All good, Mazzy. So, okay. Any questions?
Any questions for Dan?
Video Crow reviewed Peter. What?
Oh, no, they were talking about, because he was talking about the video that Crow reviewed. So,
okay.
well, I haven't seen it. Never have time to watch anything.
Right.
I don't think there was anything in there.
Did you guys have any questions for Dan?
Any questions for Dan? Otherwise,
you ran into a squirrel posse last night in the Van house. It was freaking, almost ran out of my legs. But were they ghosty squirrels, Frank?
At least it wasn't
that is the question.
trash panda. Posse. That would have been scarier.
Just a little. All right. Well, if
Veronica's got a question.
cool.
So V asked you, Dan, what experience has scared you the most?
People.
Yeah, people can be quite scary.
That
I
is
would
a very
agree.
good answer.
No, I would say probably that feeling on the bed with the pressure at the foot of the bed.
That you talked about earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's fair enough.
that, and I mean, I can like swear on that it didn't. It felt literally like claws. I've never seen anything like this, so. But it felt I could actually feel each individual on the bottom of my foot. So it was.
Oh my gosh, you
happened the one time. It only happened the one time.
Oh, that's creepy. Oh, that is so creepy, Dan.
That is a creepy. When I said that's quite the experience, that goes from like quite the experience to yeah.
Holy cow!
That's how I knew it wasn't one of the cats, because I'm like, the cats you'll feel the fur on the
yeah.
And what the claws on a cat feel like, but it's not what it felt like.
Oh God, no.
So how big are we talking? The claws, like size of a dog's paw?
Are you talking like naily?
Yeah, it was just
like hands. Like if I had stiletto, like pointy,
Yeah,
were they
it
pointy?
would be
Yeah, so if
like
I had
that.
stiletto nails, those pointy, like witchy. Oh, like old hag nails.
Oh, I'm
like on my old logo. My logo that you'll see I've still got on my videos, but I'm not using that logo anymore, but she's got the full pointy
claws. V had that happen as well. Oh my gosh. How long after that did you were you in the house for? Or was it like, okay, we're selling?
That was actually in this house.
Oh
my gosh!
I would say it was probably about a year and a half ago. But
oh wow!
I remember it because it woke me up. Because I felt it, and I didn't look. I just my eyes closed, tucked my feet back under the blanket. I said my prayers, and then I'm like, okay, that's what this is. It's said my prayers. I feel okay, and then I've never had it happen again. So even now, I sleep with my whole foot out from the blanket. I keep it partially covered.
Yeah, I've never liked my feet poking out the.
I have to sleep. Like I have to sleep with one foot out, otherwise I overheat.
No. As in, like, if you're say sleeping on a bed and the blanket or the sheets are not tucked in at the end.
Oh no, I pull mine out.
No.
And I grew up in a haunted pub. I'm there, whatever.
And sitting, and this is from when I watched the original Pet Cemetery as a teen. Yeah, and whenever I would sit down on my bed, I would think about that scene where the son, like the young boy, has a scalpel blade and he slices across his pop's like Achilles. So every single time I'd be sitting on the side of my bed, I'd be like thinking, oh, that feeling. I'd just be like, no, feet away. Oh my goodness. Okay, so
that's definitely
alright.
the creepiest one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What are your thoughts on the ghost hunting game Phasmophobia?
I don't think I've heard that one. Heard of that one?
No, I'm not really
Frank, of course you're going to ask about a game.
a gamer. No.
He's a gamer. Isn't there? Hang on. Isn't that what Levy uses? The Phasmo thing.
I don't know even know what that is.
I hang my feet out.
I'm
I
not
can't
a
run in
gamer.
my
I would have a
dreams
clue.
if I'm under the sheets and playing. Oh my gosh! So there's quite a few of you who have had this like claw type experience. That's a little bit creepy.
All right, I'm not the only one.
No, you're not going crazy. Don't worry, Dan. You're fine.
You are. You are. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on, Dan. And yes, thank you so much.
It was wonderful to meet you, Dan.
It was.
Finally.
Yes.
This
I had a
infamous
lot of
Face behind the yeah.
The name and the numbers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and now it's out there. It's out there, Dan.
It's out there.
You can't hide
the digital
any
world
longer.
now, huh?
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming on and for answering our questions and stuff.
You
And
passed the test.
you did. You got an
A
A+.
plus. Woohoo! Gold star for you.
Always wanted a gold star.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Yeah,
this was
so-
fun. I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
No, you seemed you seem really kind of chilled and relaxed, and yeah,
You did
you
fine.
did awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Tell you what, like when the first few live streams that I did on my channel, and I did them with Sean, holy cow, like my nerves were like, ugh, thinking, oh my gosh, like what if I forget what I'm talking about and look like an idiot, or what if I do this? And
I was
Yeah.
on just a random person on one of Patrick's before I even had a
Yeah.
channel.
And-
So I guess it was fine. I was like, yeah, hello everybody.
yeah, so yeah, you kind of just get used
Yeah.
to it, and then like I look at it as just having a conversation with the person, and there's people
Yeah.
watching, but
Yeah, it's kind of just like FaceTiming.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't know, half the time I forget, like, oh, that's right, we've got people.
Yes.
watching.
We're going to be carried away sometimes, don't we? Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So everyone give Dantex like a big thumbs up, for
Round of
coming on.
applause. Whatever you like.
Yeah.
Ghost
Pat on the
emojis.
back.
Give him all the emojis.
Yeah.
All the
And if you're
love.
not following him on IG, then why? Why not? Go follow him on Instagram.
Give him all the
guys.
support.
Yep.
He gives us all the
He
support.
supports everyone. Yep. So we need to give it back. And thank you again, Dan. For
My
everything
pleasure.
that you do for not just us, but everyone in our community.
Yep. We
My way of
appreciate you so
saying
much.
keep making more.
Yes.
Definitely.
Well, we're doing our best, and we're trying to get quite a few done because we've got winter unfortunately coming. So
Oh, it won't stop me.
it won't stop me, but it will stop me if it's pouring with rain. It's the rain I'm worried about, not the cold.
Oh, we don't get rain over home.
We get rain, lots of rain here.
No. We've just had all the rain at home, so
Yeah, that's true.
it just gets killed.
Yeah.
And you guys are going into
Summer.
Summer, yes. Lucky. I
It's
just
been
want
kind of
spring.
rainy this time around here.
Yes, our weather's been all over the place too.
Yeah, it's been a
Gets
bit crazy. Very crazy.
Jane said, you Perth people are just like, is it summer? Is it winter? Is it spring or autumn? Can it make up its mind? And I'm like, that's WA for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
All
I
right,
have
guys.
a question for you before you go.
Oh, okay.
So I think I asked this on the last live stream about
Yep.
the pendulum and the board.
Yep.
So the reason I asked the question, because I don't know if you've watched any of the ETFW episodes, or if you follow them or not. They're there in Australia.
Yes, I have seen like months ago a couple of theirs. But yeah, like Jane said earlier, we are so snowed under with work.
Yeah. I do try to keep to my group, but I do expand it.
Yes.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Yep.
Yeah, they will always be my favorites. We're not supposed to have favorites, but you can't. But because I know I had we talked back and forth. I think back on Instagram back and forth, and I asked him. I go, do you feel safer using the pendulum more than the board? And he said, I think he told me, he goes, yeah, because you're not physically touching anything. You're just more using your energy. You're not actually touching it. So it feels safer almost because you're not making that full connection, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's interesting. I think a lot of people have different opinions. Yeah. It's like
because they use the dowsing rods a lot.
Yeah, well, it's like Ouija boards. There's what they call angel boards. Like it's like it just looks like a Ouija board, but it's got angels, and it's a little bit different. It's set up like and I've seen people use that, and I used one, and it was fine. But yeah, I don't know. It's all about intent and knowing how to open and close, like with the energy, and I don't know. It's like I would quite happily have a collection of vintage ones if I could, but I wouldn't be playing with them. I just don't feel the need to.
No, I wouldn't even have one in my house.
Like with my abilities, it's just I feel I don't need one. The spirit box works fine. People say that can bring things in, but I don't believe that's to be so either, because it's all about your protection, your energy. I just don't. Something that was built as a toy, I don't know.
The fact that they sell it to kids is unbelievable.
I never understood that. Yeah. So
here you go, kid. Go bring a demon into the house.
Like I would have no problem using a Ouija board again. Like I have had bad experiences. It's not something I would use on an investigation. Like I'm not just gonna, for me, it's just not something that I need to put. It'd be more of a personal experience rather than something I would bring out for, a location or a video. And
I think because like the dowsing rods, it's easily manipulated.
There's just too much room for error. There's already enough room for error in things like the necrophonic and the perilous and the SLS and things like that. I just think anything that could be easily manipulated is not something I'm willing to put in one of my videos.
For sure.
But I think a pendulum is definitely safer. If you could say that. It's just, like I said, it's all because it's, usually a crystal and you can cleanse the crystal and, it's all about how you set your intention into it. But once again, it can be manipulated, with the turn of the hand and the wrist and a flick and, so it's not one of those, that I could be certain that someone that's using it is doing it correctly. So,
All right. Mr. Bernie has a question. What is your favorite horror movie that scared you growing up?
The Halloween movies. I've only watched
Halloween.
one of the Halloween movies. It's more of a slasher movie, but
it's still in the horror. It's classic horror genre.
Yeah,
it's in that cult classic horror genre.
Yeah, it was always the opening scene when they had the pumpkin that comes flying out into the screen. that has always terrified me.
That's fair enough.
Oh, well, there you go, Mr. Bunny.
There
it was the Halloween movies.
Even the Nightmare on Elm Streets, I didn't watch till I was a lot older.
Freddy's a bit creepy.
Yeah, I mean, I watched some of them, but I was just like, it wasn't. But I was scared of them. It was just not my cup of tea, horror-wise. I liked the more realistic stuff.
Yeah,
no, I love all those cult classics.
Yeah, because I always like more the suspense horror part of it, not really the chop you up in pieces kind of horror.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not the biggest slasher, like hack 'em, slash 'em horror, but I do. I am. Well, yeah, that's what they do. Slash 'em up, hack 'em up, whatever. But no, I do. I am quite a fan of the those 80s, late 70s, early 80s, cult classics out there.
Poltergeist and
yeah, no, like Halloween.
Those types of ones.
Yeah, all those. They're the cult classics. So they have a place in my heart of their own, and yes, they're kind of like Hellraiser and Child's Play and all that. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, very much. I prefer the suspenseful, sort of more supernatural horror.
Yes.
If I'm going for that.
More like thriller with some twists and turns. Yeah.
I always refer back to the Others, the one with Nicole. I think it was Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
How it was her story, but it was actually they're the ones that are dead, and it was kind of just like a switch.
Yeah.
See, those are the kinds of ones I like, the ones that kind of get you thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm the same, Dan, because like it doesn't matter what movie I'm watching, what genre it is. I'm already like thinking ahead going, okay, well, this dude's okay, he's with this and he's going to do that. And I bet you this is what she does. And, he's running. I bet he's going to trip over a tree branch. And, it's just always like being steps ahead. So when there's movies that come out that I watch that surprise me, they're the ones that like, I stick in my head.
I just love the old, really old vintage ones like Nosferatu and Bela Lugosi's Dracula, like Sean Price movies. See, I'm an Alfred Hitchcock fan through and through. So, like you were talking about the master of suspense right there. I could just go on.
I remember watching those when they were probably the repeats of them on TV, but watching the Alfred Hitchcock and the Ray Bradbury and those. I think that's probably where I started to like it. What I would say would probably be from influence.
Let's hide behind chainsaws.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Geico commercial. Like, let's go to the car, but the chain seems safer. So they go all the chainsaws.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, yeah. I know they're so predictable, but yeah, they can be quite amusing to watch.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, we will call it Dan and everybody because we have got editing to finish so we can get our episodes up for you guys to watch.
Get my nails done dinner today.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you had an appointment.
Yes.
Yes,
so,
you need to get your stuff up so I have something to repost.
Yes.
Well, Monday.
Mine will probably be uploading, late today, I think. So, yeah, keep an eye out, Dan, and thank you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you again.
It was fun. Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Again.
Yes, for sure. You are welcome anytime. But, yeah, everyone in chat, thank you for,
hanging out
with us. And,
as always.
Yeah, share around. And, yep, Team Rewatch. Do that. Yeah, that'd be good.
I'll be watching.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good night, Dan, and everyone who's overseas have a great night. And any of us Australian people have an awesome day. Saturday.
Good night, everybody.
All right.